Hey guys, it's me for the second portion of my 18-mile run. I recorded after I got back and changed because I was soaked, very cold. Had to warm up the car. I thought enough ahead to bring a towel and change of clothes, but didn't think far enough ahead to bring my shoes. Irony, right? Yeah, I completed it. It went well. I'm a little sore. Knees a little sore, which is, worse for the wear. My calves took the most brunt, which I'm happy with. That's kind of where you want to be running. Put the strain on the muscle and not on the joints. It's healthier running. I didn't know this when I did my previous marathon, so I'm learning and adapting. I've been toying with taking calorie supplements while I'm running. So I ate a banana before I ran. I took my electrolyte bottle again, my water bottle again, the same stuff that I hit on a couple videos ago. So yeah, it's going good. Today was just a very mentally challenging run because of the weather. My feet were wet the whole time, and that's one of my biggest pet peeves is wet shoes and socks, but I made it through. My feet weren't as bad as I thought they were going to be running in 2 to 3 year old shoes, so I'm actually pretty happy with the shoe. I might look into getting them again. They were apparently a good shoe, especially now I changed my running to a different style running than I was running while I had those shoes. Just a lesson for the day. Kind of goes similar with the last lesson. Just don't let outside factors determine what your actions are going to be. I said that in the first half of the run on my almost halfway point. Let me turn off this windshield wipers. Hopefully that wasn't annoying for you guys. Sometimes I block out random noises. Yeah, what was I getting at? Oh, yes. Lessons. I'm just very satisfied with how the training program's going, how I'm staying committed. It's all about, for me, okay, not all about, it's a little overstepping, but a big portion of why I think I'm running the purpose I'm running is for me. Like I just got tired of outside factors dictating how I should live my life, doing things that I didn't really necessarily feel aligned with, giving extra energy because it took extra energy out of me to do those tasks because it wasn't something that was intrinsically aligned with me. So it took a lot of my extra reserve energy to get the task done. I would get it done, but then just felt depleted. I didn't have any energy left for myself, for my kids, for my relationship, for my friends. So my life kind of cycled into this big habit that I allowed to cycle into of doing for everyone else and not doing for me. And I would go to work, pretty much, that was it, and come home, be depleted, be burnt out, spend all my extra time trying to manage the house as best as I could to keep it clean, because that stressed me out too. And then I would just burn out, go to sleep, wake up, do it again, and it was just not a fun way to live. Yeah, so to tie this back into running, I decided that running for me is me proving to myself that I'm worthy, and that I'm enough, and that my needs and values are important. So there's me 2 years ago, 3 years ago, could never have fathomed giving myself 2.5 hours on a Sunday to go run for myself. I didn't have that capacity. And I'm not saying it takes 2 to 3 years to develop that capacity, but I feel like I went through and learned the tough way, the challenging way. So this is part of me giving back with this YouTube channel, is the reason I call it the lesson leaders, because I want to pioneer these lessons and give you the results. I feel like it's my duty to, as I progress forward, to take as many people with me as I can, and that's giving my lessons out. Let you guys learn through my friction points. Try to circumnavigate, give you the mindsets and the tips. Sometimes it's the physical tips, sometimes it's the mental tips, sometimes it's the emotional tips, because it's all one big force together that works to propel life forward. And it's been anecdotally true for me, and I love giving my story. I don't necessarily like talking of things that I'm not doing, because I don't truly know. I don't accurately know. I can do all the research I want, but there's a difference between knowing of something and intimately knowing something that you've actioned not only once but repeatedly. So I would say that I'm getting close to, nowhere near a professional runner, but enough to give my own feedback and tips to people who are just getting into running, or just getting into wanting to do a 2 mile, or never ran before. And not only that, just people who are just getting into like the mindset and emotional aspects of developing themselves. And I do this through challenges, which is what this channel is based all about. And the challenge currently is a physical one, running, because all areas bleed together. I strongly believe that if a person or a man cannot manage themselves in a physical realm, that they're going to struggle in the metaphysical realms of holding themselves accountable, of pushing themselves forward through their mental blocks, through their emotional blocks, and not just like I used to do, quit at the first sign of struggle. Or some people's coping isn't quitting and giving up, it's barreling through and being very, very aggressive, and that's how they defend themselves from opening up to the emotion or the mental learning that needs to occur. And these lessons can be, this isn't just for people who tend to fall into the quitting realm like me. Like, the concepts can be taken and overlain into someone else's life and applied, and that's my hope. Take everyone as far with me as I can go. If you want to speak literally, 18 miles today. But emotionally and mentally, from the beginning of this year, I've made leaps and bounds, and I'll be doing a 2020 recap come into December. So in probably about 5 weeks or so, just to go over all the things, and pretty much an after action review of my year, how I started the year, where I was at in different areas of my life, and how I'm finishing up and how I'm ending the year, and what it took to get there, took for me, and all these areas I'm talking about, mental, emotional, and physical. So stay tuned for that in the future. But to recap today, just take action. That's really what I have to say. If you're wanting to do something, you're planning to do something, don't get stuck in the preparation phase where you spend 80% of your time and then you feel like you've missed your shot to take action on it. No, it's better to have a half-assed plan with a full-assed action than full-assed plan with half-assed action, because it just makes it more challenging, because I've lived that life. I know, and it's very hard to articulate, because I lived it and I didn't really have to process it. I guess it's something I can look into for myself, is processing some of that for me. Yeah, look at me and get some insight for myself. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. I think I'll end it here. Got some stuff to go get done. I thank you for being on this journey with me. Again, I always ask, I want to bring with me on my journey, and like I put in a journal the other day, all ships rise with the tide. So I want to be that tide, and I want more ships in the bay. So the more I elevate, the more I rise, the more the ships around me are going to elevate as well. So I please ask you to take a few minutes out of your day, copy this link, send it to someone you think could benefit from this. someone who may struggle with taking action, or some mental blocks or some emotional blocks, that this could inspire and cultivate action in them. I appreciate you, and if you can, also don't forget to subscribe and like. That way you can get future episodes that I post, and your likes go a long way to show that you support me and the movement I'm going. It helps me with outreach as well. Okay, till next video, guys, take care.